After all the soldiers had fallen asleep, Mary would quietly come and lie down among them. To hide her identity, she always went to sleep last and woke up first. The strangest thing was that after bathing, some people would walk around without shirts and some without pants. To avoid this situation, Mary would volunteer for guard duty every time it was time to bathe. Because of this, she couldn't bathe herself. Gradually, a strong smell of powder started coming from her body. Now the other soldiers began to suspect her. One night, when everyone was fast asleep, Mary quietly went to the river. As soon as she took off her clothes and entered the water, a new soldier came from behind. Mary immediately covered herself. Luckily, he didn't see anything, and Mary was saved. The next day, there was training. Everyone had to climb the mountain carrying a bucket full of water. The path was very difficult and tiring. Some people started crying. Some secretly spilled the water to lighten the bucket, but Mary kept moving forward without stopping. Slowly, she left everyone behind. She was also the fastest in combat training. As soon as an attack came, she would immediately evade it. Now she was always at the forefront of everything. She alone carried the heavy bucket of water to the top of the mountain. The other soldiers just watched her in amazement. Reaching the top, she saw a beautiful view. She promised herself that one day the whole world would know that women can do everything too. A few days later, the enemy army attacked again. Mary's unit was sent to the front lines. That same night, Mary went to the general. She wanted to reveal her true identity, but the general said, "I have complete faith in you. I even want my daughter to marry you." Hearing this, Mary was speechless. The next day, as soon as the general gave the order to attack, all the soldiers fired their arrows simultaneously. The enemy's front line broke. The enemies began to flee. Then the general sent Mary to pursue them with the army, but it was all a trap. As soon as the army advanced, the enemy turned back and attacked. Many soldiers were wounded. Some fled in fear, but Mary alone stood her ground and continued fighting. She reached a deserted valley. Suddenly, a hawk attacked. Mary fell from her horse. The hawk transformed into a woman. Mary immediately drew her sword and struck, but the witch was very powerful. In anger, she plunged her sword into Mary's chest. Mary removed the bandages from her body. She pulled out the sword and mounted her horse again. At that moment, a phoenix appeared flying in the sky. Mary picked up the sword from the ground. She took off her armor. She let down her hair, and riding her horse, she leapt straight into the battlefield. The enemies kept throwing weapons at her, but Mary stopped them in midair. With every blow, an enemy fell. Now, nothing could stop her. Then the enemies brought out cannons. They started firing cannonballs. Seeing her comrades dying, Mary quickly made a move. She circled behind the enemies and fired an arrow. She placed a helmet on a rock so that the enemies would think someone was hiding there. In fear, they fired their cannons in that direction. The cannonballs reached the snow-covered mountains. A massive avalanche began there. Mary survived, but the enemies were buried under the snow and perished.